So last time out, when I said we had this attacking tactic that might work when we go a goal down, I might have stumbled upon something here. Yo boys, what's going on? This is Yogi Man here, and welcome back to another episode of this Football Manager 2021 save here with Manchester City. And after the last game against Wolves, it's been absolutely fantastic. Now, we've played easier sides, so I'm under no illusions that it could just be that we've played easier sides. Today will be a tough test as we do a double live com against Borussia Dortmund and Tottenham. So this is a big test, but this is the tactic. I've been tweaking it as I go along, but it's been working. Wow, has it been working? I did not expect this. I thought I would try it against smaller sides, and then I've just not looked back. I've played it in every single game since I last saw you. Obviously, we swapped to it in the Wolves game as well, and it got us the result. We beat Bashishia. Yeah, nailed it. Raheem Sterling with the goal. 4-0 against West Ham. Erling Haaland with a hat-trick. Now, this man is a cheat code. We know this already. I didn't register him for the Champions League, so it's great. It's great. But 5 appearances, 5 off the bench, 10 goals, 2 assists. He's absolutely murdering it. It's fantastic. We then played against Middlesbrough. We beat them 2-0. Badej and Depay with the goals. Bournemouth 5-1. Haaland with another hat-trick. Bernardo Silva and Aguero with the goals. Bashikshia take 2. I nailed it that time, definitely did. And we beat them 4-1. Aguero getting a double and Badej getting a goal as well. Obviously, Erling Haaland can't play in those games. 2-0 against Sheffield United, Depay and Raheem Sterling. If you're wondering, Depay has been starting up top now. My 4 strikers are Badej, Haaland, Aguero and Depay. That's how I've been playing it. Aguero and Depay both play the deep line forward roles. Haaland and Badej swap out on the advanced forward roles. After Sheffield United, we most recently played against Everton. Now, this one was actually very difficult. This one was a little bit of a test for me as well. In my head, I was like, this will be a testing game, and it certainly was. They absolutely dominated me with 24 shots, 11 on target, an XG of 1.47. Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring in the 50th minute, but Ferran Torres straight down the other end, 51st minute. Now, I tweaked stuff during the game, but not much. I tweaked it depending on what I saw happening on the pitch. And you might think to yourself, oh, well, that's not very good XG, that's not good pass completion, and I've been so focused on them with this team, but it is a victory. It's a victory. And how often do you play against the AI, right? You play against the AI, and they have similar to what I've got here, you have similar to what Everton have, and you lose. I'm doing that to the AI now. It feels absolutely bloody fantastic. Ferran Torres and Badej with the goals. Now, I'm kind of using this at the moment as a little bit of a test of what we're doing. Badej's goal was great as well, by the way. He's having another good season. I'm really excited about this player in terms of just this year's game. I'm extremely excited about what this player and experiencing this player for the first time. Never used him, never heard of him. He's been a pleasure to have, and I certainly think I'll sign him in different sides. His media description is wonder kid, and you know that's good when he's a wonder kid at Manchester City, and he's just as performing. He's going to make me want to play this save longer and longer, the fact that I have him here and how well he's playing. But yeah, I'm mightily impressed with what's happened. We've won every single game since the end of September, where we had 2 draws, and we've just been dominant. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of them were at home, but there's a couple of away ones there, like the Everton, which isn't easy. And we just seem to be doing it. We've got Chelsea in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, so we probably will come back fairly quickly. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I don't know the gaps, but I just wanted to see how this did. What you will note as well, though, we're playing really offensively. And in this run of games, we've only actually conceded 3 times. We've only conceded 3 times in this run of games, whereas before we were conceding for fun. So I don't know. I'm starting to think possession, high pass, that kind of style of football, actually, on this year's FM, doesn't really mean anything. Doesn't matter. You don't need any of that. Just wang 2 up top, fire the ball forward, quick play, out to the wings, bish, bash, bosh. You're winning everything. We'll see, though. We'll find out today. This will be a big test first against Dortmund, and then after that against Spurs. But let's pick the side first of all. Obviously, the frustration is there's no Haaland. Didn't register him. And that was genuinely a mistake. I didn't do that. There was nothing strategic about that. Like, I'm going to play you in the Premier League. No, nothing strategic about that. Just made a mistake. Right, so this is going to be the squad for today's game. Badej will get the start again, as I do prefer him as an advanced forward. I don't really like Aguero there. I don't think he's quick enough. And Depay probably could play there, but I don't know. I'm enjoying using Badej. I mean, look at his average rating. He's having a lovely time. And Aguero is absolutely fantastic as a deep line forward on attack. He really is. So, yeah. I'm excited to see what we could do with this one. A strong lineup as per usual. We've got a very good team. I'm pretty sure if we win this one, we secure our Champions League spot, which is always great, isn't it? You get that Champions League spot, and then we can play the kids for the last game. Zenit is the last game. Actually, we might have secured our spot already. I might be getting majorly confused. In fact, I'm thinking like we did secure our spot. I do have a lovely cup of coffee. I'm recording this early hours of the morning. Not really, just early morning. They've got Cooper miners as well, which is always going to be a problem. Now, I did have to tweak stuff while we played against Everton to try and just maximise what we're doing. We're playing on key highlights as well because I want to fire through this, and I also want to be able to show you guys more than one game. Usually, if you do what they tell you, it's all right. So it's defenders that are looking aggressive. And I don't want them to look aggressive, really. That's not good. Because if one of them gets sent off, then we are in severe trouble. Now, we'll get to see the group here. I'm actually feeling like we're already through. I'll show you the league table as well after this game. And it's going pretty well. It's going pretty well. We looked like we were suffering. They've got Daka. This could be a problem, though. On the counter, Daka will cause you a lot of problems. So we're top 10, but yeah, we're already through. So, yeah, we can't be caught, can we? I don't think we can. But early stages of the game, nothing really happening here, but we've had our first shot. And this is one of them that I'm not really bothered what the result is, as long as we have an all right game and we're actually dominating against them. Now, I have noticed that this tactic, obviously, works far better at home. I don't know if anyone's noticed that this year. Home and away does seem to have quite a bit of an impact. We're going to encourage the boys. And I'm not getting many highlights with this, but what I am getting is when we do have a highlight, it tends to be a goal for us. Now, the idea is the ball goes long as they make it 1-0 with Mats Hummels with an absolutely beautiful finish. But we've gone down before, but Dej now has picked up a knock as well, which is not good news for us. But yeah, this is going to be a little bit of a test of the tactic today, which we can afford to do definitely against Dortmund and probably really against Spurs. But yeah, we've gone 1-0 down there and no one's picking up Hummels, and who knew Hummels could strike a ball like that? That is fantastic. They're doing what we did XG-wise. We need to get ourselves back into this. We will always press him. And I don't know if we should bring Badej off here because the advanced forward is, yeah, the injury is affecting him. The advanced forward is actually pretty key in this role because the long balls forward to him over the top are quite key. Now, if we're not getting that, then it's going to be a bit of a problem. Now, we seem to be playing very well as Ferran Torres has won the ball back here. Now, let's see if this is a goal for us. Ferran Torres plays it wide, and is he going to get a penalty? Is Max Hummels? Now, I would imagine on key highlights, this is likely to be a penalty. But as Mats Hummels absolutely screwed over his side because he scored for them and now potentially is giving away a penalty. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure on key highlights, it's usually always a penalty. Now, we need to change this. Kevin De Bruyne is the king of missing penalties, so we're not going to have him take it. We're going to have Sergio Aguero take it. Now, he probably will miss it now that I've done that, but Kevin's taken a few of these now, and they've not gone well for him. So let's see what Sergio could do. Please score it, Sergio. Thank you. There we go. 1-1 right back in the game. And now they're going to have to chase it again. 12th goal of the season there for Sergio. He's playing all right, isn't he? He's playing all right. Lovely finish. Tucked in the corner. No chance for Berkey there. And that's the perfect way to go in at half-time, really, isn't it? We've dominated. I mean, look at our XG, 2.45. I feel like it's only a matter of time. They scored from a set piece. I feel like it's only a matter of time before we find ourselves in front. The issue of Badej is a problem now because Badej is so good in that position because of his pace. The man is rapid. So the ball over the top to Badej is just a beautiful sight. And that's what we're going to have to think about. If we're going to play this tactic when we're signing players. In fact, Daka would fit into this team perfectly. He may not be the world's best player technically, but the 23-year-old is an athletic beast. He would definitely fit into this team perfectly. Now, hopefully, this second half, we go out, we grab another goal. We did beat them 2-1 last time we played them, and maybe we'll be able to do it again. I might tweak a few little bits tactically, and we're going to make a sub here as well. Right, so I tweaked a tiny bit, not too much, and I've made a substitution. I'm thinking about maybe potentially bringing Varane or Raheem Sterling off, which seems to be the go-to move. Let's see what we could do from this position, though. Cooper Miners is actually going to win the ball. Now, I've noticed a lot, actually, that the starting highlight when we score goals is actually them in possession. The idea is to win the ball back and absolutely bamboozle them with balls forward. And playing wide on this year's game... Oh, that was terrible, Sergio. Playing wide on this year's game does seem to have a pretty big impact. So I do feel like this formation as well would work very well as a 4-4-2. Like, it just really would. And you're going to be able to get your players on the ball quite consistently. De Bruyne is, he's having a good game though, but he's knackered. Let's bring off Ferran Torres. Don't really have an option there, do I? And Ward-Prowse or Emi Buendia. So we'll bring on Emi Buendia. He's played all right when we've needed him. And let's see if we'll be able to get anything from this. I don't think so. And I'll take 1-1, to be honest with you. Although we've dominated 1-1 against Dortmund, you can't really slouch at that, can you? It's a decent result. And it really all happened in the... Oh, knocking the microphone for you there. It really all happened in the first half. Nothing really in the second half. But yeah, decent result. And again... the tactic worked. I feel like we should have scored more, as the players are now absolutely bitterly disappointed with what I said to them. I feel like we should have scored more, but I'm pretty happy with that. I'll see you for the Tottenham game. Right, so here we are, back for the Tottenham game. Team looking fairly similar, just Haaland coming into the squad and Tonali. The problem is, I've had this issue with De Bruyne, right? He keeps coming to me and saying I want to play more football, but then after he plays a game, I keep getting a message saying he's absolutely knackered, you should rest him. And it's like, well, what do I do? What do I do with that? He's actually played really well when we play him. Oh, they've got Marcelo Bielsa. This is terrible. We're going to actually go for this one, since it's a double header. We're going to go with 3D for this second game. Why not? But yeah, so he keeps coming to me and being like, you need to play me more, Gaffer, which I get. It's fine. I'll play it. Oh, that's not good, is it? That's not good. We've conceded within the first couple of minutes. That's not ideal. Toby Alderweireld, and again, a set piece being the problem. And we need to eradicate that as quickly as possible. I'll demand more from the boys now. They've got Donnarumma in net. That is going to make life a little bit more difficult. Spurs could be our undoing the way they play, to be fair, actually. Son now coming forward. Lo Celso. Son. This is great play from them. This could be, although it's Bielsa, could have been Mourinho-esque if they'd have scored straight away from... their second chance, because they've had one and they like to bang in goals early. This could happen here now. Doherty fires it in. Lucas Moura, and there we go. Look, 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Very Spurs, and we've been completely undone here. It's because we've gone 3D. It's all because we've gone 3D. But yeah, we've been completely undone here. That is not ideal. Maybe they've figured out how to stop this tactic. But yeah, 2-0 there to Tottenham instantly. Already 2-0 down. How? How are we creating this for ourselves now? We need a goal back quickly. It wouldn't surprise me now if we lose this. Wouldn't. 2-0 down. There's a lot to come back from here, as Ferran Torres does dreadfully there. I'm going to take off pass into space. I'm going to add run at defence, and I'm going to focus down the flanks. We'll see if that'll help us out a little bit, but this is not the ideal start, is it? 8 minutes in. Then we're already down. If we could get an early goal back, that'd be nice. But Ferran Torres can't get the ball across. What could he do now? We're going to find Foden, Gaia, Ferran. Lovely play. Ferran, Aguero. He's got a score there. I don't know what Haaland was doing. 2 shots on target, and they've done absolutely fantastically with it. I feel like we're still in the game, though. Gaia whips that one in. It's easy for Donnarumma, isn't it? We can't score from our set pieces. Got Erling Haaland in the team as well, but that was easy. We forced the keeper into mistake. Ferran Torres thought about it. Cancelo, this is going to be a great game, isn't it? If we can get some goals, though, we have been on fire goal-wise, but they've got some good centre-backs in terms of height, and that could cause me some problems. I need to find Erling Haaland in some space. Ferran Torres now. Tonali. It's not looking good, is it? We need to be on the break. That is beautiful. Haaland! Oh my God, how's he put that wide? And that could signal what our day's going to be. How has he put that wide? How? Please, somebody let me know. That is horrendous. They're the kind of chances you create and you have to score them, and he just didn't take it, did he? He just did not take it. Sessegnon now If they make it 3, we're in serious trouble. Ederson now, quickly over the top. Haaland again's going to get an opportunity. He needs to play it to Aguero. He doesn't. He takes the shot and it's straight at the goalkeeper. A little bit greedy there from Haaland. Needed to find his mate, Aguero. Haaland, Aguero. This is where we're best, when there's space. Raheem Sterling. We need a goal back here. Haaland hits the post. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Haaland should have made it 2 already. He should have made it 2 back already. I can't believe he's hit the post that many times. Well, he hasn't, has he? But he's hit the post there, and he's also fired it miles wide when he should have scored. I don't know. They've gone into a shell of Spurs, as you'd expect, but we're just not. You've got to put it in back of the net. Raheem Sterling now fires it across. Haaland, finally. That's 1 back. It should have already been 1 back, but that's 1 back. Let's go out there and get another. This is full of entertainment, this match. Absolutely chock-a-block, innit? Absolutely chock-a-block. Sterling, lovely ball in. Haaland finishes that one when it's at point blank. He should have scored before that. We should be at least drawing at this stage. Sloppy defensively, but we should be drawing. I can't believe that it's 2-1. It's horrendous, and it could end 2-1. We need to find our shooting boots. We'll have a word with the boys now and tell them I'm not happy, because 2 shots on target. 2 shots on target and you score 2 goals. It's just not good enough. We'll go into the second half now, hoping for a result. Now, if you can hear the siren in the back, it's not because of my horrendous performance. I promise you. Donnarumma's going to kick the ball out now. Straight to Delaney. We're going to pressure him. Aguero's going to win it back. Haaland, a chance to draw it level, and he does. Finally! He can score that one from outside the box. Can't score one right through easy peasy for him. But Erling Haaland makes it 2-2. And this is exactly what we needed to do. We pressured Delaney into a mistake. Aguero wins it back. Erling Haaland, and bang! What a finish. Donnarumma's not... He's not saving that. Pick that one out of the net. Now, I'm hoping we can go on and get another. We have been really fluid once we get going, and Erling Haaland's going to be found again in a lot of space. What can he do? Make it a hat-trick? He can make it a hat-trick! And Erling Haaland makes it 3-2. And you guys definitely thought at 2-0 down that we were dead and buried. We were out of this game, because I did. Because I did as well. But there we go. Erling Haaland finally finds his scoring boots. And he pops in the 3rd of the game, and another hat-trick for Haaland. He is a beast. We all know that. Another hat-trick for Erling Haaland. Thoroughly deserved. We've been so much better. They did very Mourinho-esque by scoring those 2 goals early. And I'm going to stay attacking. I don't want to invite any pressure on. We've already seen that it doesn't take much for them to get a goal. Now, Aguero's going to find himself on the ball. He's going to play a beautiful pass to Raheem Sterling down this wing. Sterling will whip it in, and Sanchez needed to clear that because Erling Haaland was making his way into the box. Jose Gaya now will try and whip it in as well. Haaland for 4, Ferran Torres for 4. And the youngster, he's having a great season, Ferran Torres now, 21. And he drifts inside there beautifully. And it's now 4-2. And have some of that, Tottenham. Have some of that. 4-2, and what a result this is going to turn out to be for Manchester City. And as you can see, Ferran Torres, I mean, he gets lucky with the deflection, but you've got to be in that position to get lucky with the deflection. And we've dominated. We're going to make some changes, I think, now. Yeah, 4-2 up. Let's make some changes. We're going to bring on Ward-Prowse for Tonali. I'm still playing around with the centre mid roles. Laporte's going to come off. He's not having a good game for Nathan Ake. I think that's all we'll do for now. I might make a striker change later in the match. But yeah, 4-2. And I don't know what it is. If we concede with this tactic, I always feel like we're going to get something in the game. Like when we conceded against Everton, I just felt like at some stage we'll get something. We might have to tweak a little bit. Like we had to tweak in this one. Not pass into space because they were going to sit deep. So remember that if you ever want to use a style like this. Only pass into space when you know a team's going to come out. Because there's no space if they're deep. And run at defence instead, put them under some pressure and focus down the wings. And it's, you know, sometimes you have to tweak, but it's worked glorious, hasn't it? Because this could be 5. Oh, Donnarumma. Donnarumma with a great save there. It could have been 5. I thought it was going to be. But Erling Haaland obviously does help with this. Because when you're getting these kind of chances, he does tend to finish them. And he definitely helps with it. But I don't know. I couldn't. Oh, wow. Maybe I made a mistake saying that about Haaland. I've not been able to get a tactic like this to work for since FM19, I think. I played this a couple of times last year, got absolutely battered. I couldn't score my chances and the opposition would score, but we seem to have got it to work. As you can see, I didn't show you the league table, but I will after the match. We'll see the league table after the match, but we're back in second place now. If you think about where we were a couple of episodes ago, we were down in, 15th? And now we're up in second place. So I can't say that I'm a genius, but I am. But we all know the key here is Champions League this year. That's all I care about. That's all I want. We will actually drop it down now to balanced and just ease off a little bit. There's no need to push the pace, as they may look for a goal here late on, and I believe that could be a penalty. No. Dele Alli now. That could be a penalty? No. Apparently not. They're going to get it back, though, and Edison with a super save. Super save. And I'm ready for the final whistle here, guys. This is key. This has been great, though. Imagine if we'd have played this on extended. Would have been here for 6 hours. I hope you enjoy the fact that we've done a double header. I'm going to look when we've got blocks of games like this together to do more double headers. I think it makes it a little bit more interesting. You get to see a little bit more of what's going on in the season. But Memphis Depay here will be tackled by Skip. And surely the referee's thinking in his head now, I'm going to blow the whistle. Maybe he's not, but I would imagine so. Also, I will try and mix it up. We're not always 2D. I know a lot of people these days don't like 2D as much, but I am a 2D warrior. That's my gamer tag. And I really like 2D. So I still will play in 2D from time to time because I enjoy it, but we will mix it up with some 3D. And there we go. You wouldn't have imagined after the first 8 minutes when Alderweireld and Lucas Moura put Spurs 2 up that we'd be sat here on a 4-2 performance. But an Erling Haaland hat-trick and a Ferran Torres goal really sealed the game off. And let's be honest, we absolutely dominated them. So here we are. This is how the league table is looking after 14 games. And it's a long time since we were sat at 15th. Man City now are second in the table on 29 points, neck and neck with Manchester United, but a point behind Chelsea, as Man United recently just lost to Leicester. Liverpool are right in there as well. Leicester are up there as well, though, Foxes. You'll be happy with that, mate. And we're just turning it around. We've just turned it around completely. I knew the squad we had was good. The start to the season was very rocky. We all know that. We had a rough start to the season in terms of teams we played. But that was a good testament there that this tactic can work against bigger sides. Now, that's what I really wanted to see. We were at home, though, as well. I must add that. But this is the learning curve. Now, it's very dominant against smaller sides, and you're going to score a lot. Obviously, I've got a great squad as well. Let's remember that. But it'll be good to see how it manages away. We've got a nice month coming up in December. Take on Chelsea in the quarterfinal of the Carabao Cup. I'd love a trophy early on in the season by winning the Carabao Cup. But really, that is the only tough game of note. Apart from Leicester, might I add, they're right up there as well. And then we hit ourselves in a little bit of a patch here where we played Liverpool and Tottenham and whatnot. And I don't know what business we're actually going to do in January because we have got some money. I need to change that. We have got some money, and I could sign pretty much whoever I wanted. At this stage, I could probably sign whoever I wanted. I don't know if I want to sign anyone, though. Let's go on the player search real quick before we end the episode. And let's just look at just random players that would be available to us. We could go all out on a Neymar, an Mbappe, a Harry Kane, per se. Sadio Mane would be beautiful in that advanced forward role. Griezmann, Sane, bring him back, but I wouldn't like to do that. Dybala, Coutinho. So there is options there. We could go mad. We could go mad with it, and we could go all out on a player, but I'm not sure we need to. I do kind of feel a little bit like I wouldn't mind using Son at some stage this year. And Roberto Firmino, as the deep-lying forward replacement for Aguero in future seasons, could work well. 30 years of age. We get a couple of good seasons out of him. But anyway, boys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching and supporting the series so far. If you're new around here on the channel, please hit subscribe. Smash the like buttons. It definitely helps the videos and the algorithm reach more people. Thank you very much. I will see you in the next one where hopefully the tactic and the form stays this good.